Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Max, and as you just saw, today we're going to be taking a look at some smart solar lights. These sent to me by the company Linked, which is brought to you by AiDot. And what's amazing about this product is it's actually the first of its kind that uses solar for power while still having smart capability features that sync with your phone. Typically, the power required for any kind of smart lighting setup would require a plug-in, and honestly, that's usually the biggest pain of installing a smart product outside. You need to be near an outlet, you need to figure out how you're running electricity to whatever you're doing, whether it be permanent outdoor lights or lawn lights. Usually my biggest hesitancy when signing up to review one of these products is actually just figuring out how I'm gonna do the install and how I'm gonna run power to that device. With these being solar, I'm very excited because there's no plugs at all. It uses sunlight for all of its power. Now, you do have the ability to charge these if you wanted to boost up the battery if you happen to have a cloudy day, but these are designed to run off solar energy. So, very excited to see what these are all about. So, without further ado, let's jump right into the box and see what these kits come with. So each one of these boxes comes with a 4-pack of lights. Each light comes with several accessories, depending on how you're choosing to mount it in the ground, what height you desire it to sit at. It has several different attachments that create different effects. Depending on what type of lighting you want cast, which is a really cool addition, you can really customize each of these lights to give the exact ambient effect you're looking for. Then you have the housing for the bulb itself. This is made out of a nice sturdy plastic. Then finally, you have the solar hookup. That gives you quick start directions, and you can see each one of these little plastic things that diffracts the light can hook up into this position here so that you can customize the lighting as you see fit. So let's put one of these together just to get an idea of what that looks like. So first we choose 4 of our preferred lens types to put in so we can mix and match, since each mode will cycle between the lights that are available. So let's just pick a handful at random to get this set up. Next you attach the plastic base and that just presses right in. Finally, we assemble the stand and this into here. You can have different lengths depending on how high you want these to be standing up. And then finally, you press into here and you're good to go. Then from here, you use these directions to do a quick start where you install the AiDot app, sync these to your phone and get the online controls. So let's do that really quickly. And once your account's set up, you hit Add Device. And on your device, you're going to want to hit the power button and hold it down to get it into pairing mode. Allow for Bluetooth, and you can see it detected the light right away, so we're going to add that device. And just like that, we have one of our solar lights synced together. You can name this whatever you want, and you'll be able to control this from your phone. So now that we know how to set this one up, I'm going to do the rest of them off camera and jump straight from here to the install in my yard so we can see what these look like in practice. So beyond putting these lights together, the install for this is pretty minimal. For me, I just had to remove my old solar lights, figure out where I wanted these placed, and then press the spikes firmly into the ground and orient the lights in a fashion that I wanted to for this display. You do want to make sure that these are getting as much full sun as possible, as the sun is what's going to be used to recharge that battery and keep these things running as long as possible in the evening. They also have the Linked logo along the outside, so if you want a nice clean finish, make sure that's facing all in the same direction so they have a similar look. But yeah, you really just pick a spot, press it into place, and you're all set to go as far as setting these up physically. And even before it got dark and you get to see these things in full effect, I still have to say that these do have a nice premium and polished look to them. They look really nice in the yard and look more high-end than the existing solar lights that I had, so I'm really happy with that. But let's be honest, the show is really about the smart features and lighting effects that you can use once it gets dark. So let's jump to the evening and see what these things look like in full effect. Now, I think it's safe to say that I think this is an awesome product. The fact that you get the effects of normal smart lighting, but in a solar lamp package is incredible. I said at the beginning, and I'll say it again, having no wires as a part of this install makes that incredibly easy, and these a lot more accessible to the typical consumer than something where you have to worry about running and then hiding wires. Within the app, you can choose basically any color you could think of, from shades of white to all different types of color from across the rainbow. It also has some built-in effects which are really cool. You can make it look like lightning. They have different holiday effects so that the lights all change and sync together, to just random celebratory effects to really show off what they're capable of. Those different lenses that are built into the lights themselves actually cycle through depending on how you set up your effects, so that you can get different types of cast patterns depending on the desired ambiance that you're looking for. Another great thing about the way these sync with the app is you don't have to manage them individually. You can have separate zones or separate areas. You can manage them one by one, or you can manage them all together so that each one of your lights are synced with the same color, the same effect, and it really makes the customizations endless. I will say, the one drawback to not having a typical plug-in setup is that this is strictly managed via Bluetooth. On other smart devices where you have increased power and capability, you can connect them to your Wi-Fi system and then control them on the road. But for this, Bluetooth only, so you have to be in range of that Bluetooth to control those lights. Given that these are solar lights that you typically would not want to be changing all the time while you're away from your home, I don't think this is a major issue, but is something to be aware of, that it is an app that is strictly controlling these lights via Bluetooth. Switchable patterns and all the cool effects that you can use really will be a lot of fun to play with during the holidays. As you can see, based on the setup right now, I've got these set up and casting lights for Halloween, so that's gonna be awesome for getting the house all set up for that holiday. And when Christmas rolls around, it'll be awesome excuse to sync up with the other lights that I have set up for the holiday. So I'm very excited to see that and show off all the cool effects that these are capable of. Right now on AiDot's website, these lights cost $129.99, but right now they're doing a promotion with my channel. So if you use my discount code that I'll include in the description below, you can get an additional 30% off, making these that much more affordable. The AiDot store has a ton of different smart lighting and accessories to look at, so if you like this product and you want to see different products that they might have to offer for you and you're into smart technology, definitely check out their website. I'll link that below as well if you're interested, along with a link to any of the products that we discussed today. But yeah, couldn't be happier with this product. I think it's an amazing addition to anyone who's looking for a very easy but premium looking lighting effect for their outdoor setup. Again, links will be in the description below if you're interested. Thanks again to AiDot for providing this product. But yeah, that's all I had to talk about today. If you did like this video and you want to see more, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to see more. As always, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.